What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today I don't have any job scheduled because I'm having a procedure done, and I'm gonna be down and out and not able to lift anything for a week. So in the meantime, I figured I would at least still get a video out there and show you guys. I got a previous video, and I'll drop it in the description below, of me switching tool bags. And I went to the Milwaukee Packout tote, like a tool bag tote, so that I could be as mobile as possible. So my thought process was, instead of having just a tool bag that I carry on my shoulder, I would buy the Packout tote and then snap that onto my Milwaukee Packout that I have in my trailer. And then I would just take that with me everywhere, since I use a lot of things out of that bag daily, and I'm always grabbing something out of it. But I found after doing that for, I don't know how old that video is, at least 6 months old, I found myself never putting the bag on top of the Packout, only to get it off the ground. That was it. I never used it where the Packout was rolling with the bag, and I'm like, okay, this isn't the optimal solution. And also, as I got everything in there, I'm like, oh, okay, you know, I condensed some things down, and I got some of the things out of the old bag. I'm like, great, I got more space. Then I'm not happening. So I'll flip the camera around. I'll show you the bag, the way it sits now, and what I'm going to transfer everything into now. So what I thought was going to work is not. I end up going back to a regular tool bag, and I'll show you guys why. Okay, so here's the way the current bag sits now. And when I did this, I'm like, okay, great. I'll condense some of my things down that were in my old tool bag, and basically, you know, I don't need 20 screwdrivers, etc. So I condensed a lot of things down. I said, great, there should be enough room. And in the end, I thought that by having a smaller bag and less stuff, it would be better. It would force me to not overfill the bag. With that being said, the bag is not overfilled, but it just doesn't work out like I thought it would. The Packout is nice. It's strong, it's rugged, don't get me wrong. The handle is rugged, it's a lot more rigid. But the problem is, there's just not a lot of space in both of these. The other problem is, you know, you can put stuff in there, which, you know, like that's not supposed to be in there, but it's kind of hard to see in the camera, but the things here, like the little pockets to put stuff, you know, you can put it in the pockets, which I did, but when you do, it makes this whole area so tight, it's almost impossible to get some of this stuff out. Like even the stuff that's way down in there, you gotta like push with your hand, spread the bag apart, reach down in there and get it. You know, like I got an extra knife down here that sits in here. But by the time you do that, see, I'm only on the one side, and it's already pushing all the tools that are supposed to be on this back side to the front. So it just isn't gonna work. I thought it'd be nice to have this clipped on, but I found myself never clipping it on and always fighting the bag. So you flip it around, same thing. So, you know, I got bits in there, and then like the Milwaukee drill driver in there with the other attachments, those sit in there. But you can see, you know, this stuff is just, I could be a little more organized too, but you know, this is pretty organized. I got stuff here, my WD-40, but it's still just hard to get things in and out of there. And I didn't think it would be that hard once I set the bag up, but it is. You know, these pockets are a little small, so you can't put too much in there. This side, you can see, is way too small. And you know, you put a pencil and a little pen light in there, but you know, these just don't carry anything. You know, I guess if you had a specific trade, you know, here's the zipper, but if you got things like on the top of this, you can't get to the zipper either. Like I was saying, if you got a specific trade, like you're only an electrician, and you know, you're only an HVAC person, then I could maybe see how you could set this up just the right way for yourself. You know, I got some things in here, but it's just not what I thought it would be, because of, I think the main reason is this in the middle here. I know they want it to be where it clips in, you just grab this bag and go, but it limits It might not seem like it because this is so small, but it does limit the space that's in the bag. So this is what I'm going to switch to. I just purchased this bag, obviously, still got the tags on it. It's their 16-inch largemouth bag with tool wall. Now, I had the old version of this, and then I got rid of it, which I did love it, and I gave it to my nephew, because this is a really rugged bag by Husky, which I think is a Home Depot brand. But don't get me wrong, this thing is strong, and it's heavy duty. It's thick material, the zipper is heavy duty. But I had this originally, and then I said, okay, I had the other bag in my other video. Then I got that to try out, and I got a sponsorship from AWP, so they wanted me to try that bag out. So I said, sure, no problem. So I gave my nephew this bag, and then what I did was, after trying that bag out, I'm like, yeah, this is good. It's a nice bag, but I think this is going to make me more efficient. I switched to that, and lo and behold, now I'm going back to this, the original bag, which that's the one that I like the most. The reason why is because, yes, it has a divider in there, but the way this opens up, it's so easy to get in here and get all these. So even when you have tools on both sides, here and here, I remembered when I had the other bag that I could still put my drill in here, I could still put these in here and still have enough room and still be able to grab all the tools on both sides. Whereas this bag, I can't do that. It's just hard, I'm always fighting it. And so that's why I went back to this original bag. This is the 16-inch version. They do make an 18-inch version too, but this thing is, I mean, this thing is even nicer than the old version because it has an extra pocket. It has an extra pocket here. It has, this is like a hard case pocket here now, so, I mean, you could put your cell phone in there or whatever, your nice set of headphones, and it wouldn't crush it. Extra pockets here, a loop here. These have a thing to put your tape measure there. Zipper inside here. You flip this around, it's got a few pockets here. You're not going to be able to put much in these because, you know, they're not very wide, some things, but anyways, and this is like that. This is a little bit different version than the old one I have. It's basically the same on the inside. I think the foot pads on this might be a little different, but other than that, it's the same bag I originally had. And they changed these too. They made these more rigid and more comfortable on your hands. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going back to what I originally had after all that, and I think this thing was 40 bucks. And I just like this bag the most. I was looking at it, and one thing that they changed, I can't remember if the old one was Velcro, but they got this plastic channel riveted in here. And you can take this, if you don't want this in there, you can actually slide this out on both sides. This slides up and down. You could take that whole middle section out if you wanted to, so you'd have even more room, and then still stuff on both sides to put plenty of stuff in. Now, don't get me wrong, when you get all these slots and you have a bigger bag, bigger than this one, I think it's just in our nature that we just want to fill it with more stuff. You know, that's just the way it goes. But I will say, one drawback to this bag, though, is once you start getting all these tools in there and everything, it's hard to zip it up and have it closed like this. They changed that. That's another thing they changed. It's more circular now on the top, as it was before. It was more square, so maybe it'll close better now. I just remember from the past that when I got enough stuff in there, I couldn't close this and zip it up. Not that that's a big deal to me. I usually never zip it up anyways. It always stays open, so if I gotta run to my van, I can just grab something out of there. But we're gonna see how it goes. You know, like I said, this is still a nice bag. It's just not working out the way I thought it would. If you're solely working on working out of the pack out, and you're really moving around a lot, long distances, you know, this is good to have and snap on to your pack out toolboxes. But if you're not like me, you know, yes, I bring this inside on my shoulder, but who cares? I just carry it on my shoulder, and I thought I would roll this around more, and I didn't. So now I'm gonna get rid of this, go back to this. All right, real quick, I figured I'd get everything loaded in there and show you guys. So everything from that bag obviously fits in this bag with even more room. See, it's just easier access to everything because there's more pockets on the side for this little stuff that doesn't have to be jammed somewhere. tape measure holder. Now, when you look inside here, I could be crazy, but to me, it just looks like it's easier to grab everything, and it is. Everything's right here. I can just grab it. It's loose in there. It's not super tight. I don't have to pull this apart and try to get my hand way down in there to get something. I just think this is a better bag for what I'm going to use it for, just by the way it's set up. Now, the only thing is, like I said before, you couldn't zip this up when I had it set up the last time, which is true. So there you go. If you have that much stuff in there like I do, there's no way you're gonna be able to zip this up. But I don't care, I don't zip it up anyways, so no big deal there. I figured I'd show you guys that's what it looks like all loaded up, and there's still more room in there to jam more stuff and put stuff on top of here, but everything is just easier to get in and out now than it was before. I'm not fighting it. I won't be fighting it. So if you guys got any questions, drop them in the comment section below. Don't forget, I got a description of the other video that I did with this bag originally. Give me that thumbs up, guys. Share my videos. Subscribe to my channel, and don't forget, smash that bell.